Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a young girl named Bani. Bani was very restless. Her mind was always full of thoughts. All day long, different thoughts came and went, and these thoughts made her feel uneasy and tired. She always felt sad about her past and worried a lot about the future. Because of these thoughts, her mind was like a storm. She couldn't feel calm, couldn't sleep well, and even forgot how to smile. One day, Bani heard about a faraway village in the hills. People said that a wise old lady lived there. That lady used to be a famous psychologist in the city. She had helped many people in her life and taught them how to find peace in their minds. Now she was old. She left the busy life of the city and started living in a quiet village close to nature. Sometimes she gave advice to visitors. Bani became curious and hopeful. She decided that she must go and meet that old lady. She thought, maybe this wise old lady can help me find peace. After many days of a long and tiring journey, Bani reached the village in the hills. When she got there, she saw a small house covered with greenery. On the porch of the house, the old lady was sitting quietly. Her eyes were closed and she looked very peaceful. Bani walked up to her and said softly, "Grandmother, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old lady slowly opened her eyes and gave a calm smile. She said, "So you're looking for peace? Then come with me. I'll give you a small task." She took Bani to her little yard. Then she filled a glass with water, completely full to the top. The glass was so full that even a little shake would make the water spill. She gave the glass to Bani and said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and then come back. But remember, you must not spill even one drop of water." Bani looked at her with surprise, but she wanted to do her best, so she accepted the challenge. She held the glass carefully and started walking. The road was narrow and busy. Some people were walking, some were running, shopkeepers were calling customers, and dogs were barking. But Bani did not look around. Her eyes stayed only on the glass. She walked slowly and carefully. People looked at her with surprise, but no one disturbed her. They knew she was learning something important. Finally, Bani came back to the old lady and said, "Grandmother, I did it. I didn't spill even one drop of water." The old lady nodded and smiled. Then she said, "That's good. But tell me, did you see the children playing on the side of the road? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Bani looked surprised and said, "No, I didn't see or hear anything. I was only focusing on the glass." The old lady smiled again and said gently, "That is the secret, something that was always inside you, but you didn't know. When your mind stays in the present moment, then there is no space for fear, no confusion, and no extra thoughts. You were only thinking about the water in the glass. At that time, your mind became completely quiet. You were not sad about the past. You were not afraid of the future." Slowly, Bani began to understand. This was the peace she was searching for. Peace is not something we find outside. Peace is already inside us when we live in the present moment. Bani said softly, "Grandmother, now I understand. If I want to calm my mind, I must keep my mind in the present moment. That is when real peace comes." Now Bani started walking back home. But now she was not the same restless young girl. She had changed. She was peaceful inside because now she knew how to calm the mind.